What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the third annual Malice and Chains St. Patrick's Day Open in Edmond, Oklahoma at Tye F.Cunningham Disc Golf Course at Mitch Park. So far, not too crazy for the first rounds. Nothing mind-blowing, but Bo Tillman ahead of the pack at 8 under par, Clayton Lawson, Coda Hatfield, and Alex Savage shooting at 5 under par, and then Richard Y 4 strokes back from them at 1 under par. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to see Alex on the card too. He's been killing the advanced field, hopped up to Open, and making a statement, making Lee card.
Yeah, he's a great player. We should see some really good shots from him.
Yeah.
Hole 1, this is a par 3, 367 feet. Once again, I mean, you really, only way to get there is going to be a turnover with a fairway driver. Safer play, we saw Coda throw over the top and get about 75% up the fairway and have an easy up and down. Or a long putt for 2.
Yeah, Bo's gonna go with that turnover shot. Oh, just barely missing that first tree, but he ends up hitting the second one, and still in the fairway though. It's not, it's not gonna affect him that much.
Yeah. Great line though.
Yeah.
Clayton absolutely parked this.
Yes. Same disc and all. Yeah.
Yeah. And he just put that one a little too tight, and he's gonna be in a rough spot there.
Yep, he's going with that over the top again.
See if he can get it a little bit further down the fairway this time.
Let's go. Yeah.
And
Still quite a bit short, but he's in
similar
the
spot.
Open. Yeah.
He'll have an easy up and down.
Yeah, it's not really the shot that you're trying to park it. You're just trying to get as far down there as possible, and it's just safe.
Yep. Here's Alex going with a big flex shot over everything, and I think that ended up actually way left of the pin, but almost pin high.
Oh wow. And Richard going with that forehand. He's really comfortable with that forehand. He's super good at it. Fortunately hit a tree and kicked way right.
Yeah, that's not where you want to be.
Nice.
He's thrown a forehand roller out, and he's going to have a long putt to save par.
It's about circle's edge. Bo once again, just like first round, having to be forced with the anti-forehand shot, but he executes it perfect both times.
Oh yeah. Coda kind of giving it a half run there, and we'll be tapping in for par. And Alex with kind of a weird line and a bunch of stuff in his way. He's going to be about just outside the circle to save par.
And Richard just giving it a great go. Luckily, it kind of stopped pretty shortly after. Here's Alex for par. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I've been seeing lately. I've played with him quite a bit recently, and he's just been owning everyone with his putt.
Yeah.
His putter's been so solid.
Yeah, it just comes out so smooth.
Yeah. It's just like really relaxed and has good rhythm to it.
Mm-hmm. Clayton kind of carrying over the putting troubles on this first hole. Hopefully he can bring it back around moving forward.
Oh no.
And that was for his 4. So
yeah, that's not.
He's going to be tapping in for a 5, unfortunately.
Yeah, we've been filming Richard basically since we've started this thing.
Yeah.
And
he's probably been on like 70% of the tournaments.
Yes. And he's a player that just works his tail off trying to get better every day.
Yep. I call him Tulsa's Nate Sexton.
Yes.
Because he's a very clean player and just keeps it together. I mean, I'm sure like even though he's taking a 5 on hole 1, he's going to be bringing it back here in the next holes. Because that's just how he plays.
Yeah, he's at the point where like his bad rounds, like the rating is still like a 970, 980. He doesn't completely fall apart ever.
Mm-hmm. All right, hole 2, par 3, 342 feet. Arguably one of the hardest holes out here. There is a lot of trees in the way. There's a couple gaps here that you want to hit. You can throw a turnover fairway driver, or you can throw a forehand, which we saw Coda throw yesterday. He actually got pretty close with that.
Yeah, he did.
Just got through all of it. But yeah, this is definitely a bonus birdie, and just try not to hit any trees.
Man, that thing is flippy.
Yeah, it is. He got a good amount.
Oh yeah, he's pretty. He's
Good distance up the fairway.
He might be at a jump putt range.
Coda, I'm trying to throw something similar to yesterday. It looks like he's thrown that a lot higher than round one.
And it paid.
And he should be able to get up and down for his 3. Coda's so good at scrambling.
Yes.
Oh no.
And that's going to be a pretty rough spot over there early on the right side.
Yeah, that's a very rough spot. Clayton's scooting up there, getting a good amount of distance as well, and he'll have a jump putt.
Yeah, and this is really the only like unfair hole out here. I mean, there's just so many trees in the fairways. You can see there, Richard threw it pretty much how he wanted to, and it still didn't work out.
But this...
Oh yeah, beautiful shot.
Yeah, he's going to be about 25 feet, and I mean, that was a way crazier of a shot than it looked on film. That putter, he just flipped it up perfectly, and it just squeaked through all the little trees on the left side of the fairway, and just a really good shot from Richard. Coda with an uncharacteristic scramble there, hitting a tree. He's going to have a long putt for his 4. Or for his 3.
3, yeah. Here's Clayton for 2. Yeah, not the best attempt, but he did have to hyzer around that tree, which is a pretty tight gap, so.
And Coda's just going to lay up and take the 4. Bo.
Nice safe bid there.
Yeah. Definitely disappointed that he didn't get the 2, but...
Good putt there by Richard, saving that
Great
par.
putt by Richard.
Yeah, he did not want to go back-to-back boat. Well, I guess he doubled the first one, but...
Yeah, that's a fantastic 3 from where he was at.
Yes.
He was way back there. Coda with an unfortunate bogey.
Yeah, and like we said first round, the weather today was just absolutely perfect.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. There was a tiny bit of wind, but you didn't feel it at all when you were in the woods.
If there was a day to have a hot score, it was today.
That's the attitude.
Yeah, which is why I was surprised to not
I
see
know,
it.
right?
That one's over. Let's party.
Nobody really could putt.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of realized. But hole 3, this is a par 3, 405 feet. You're really just throwing a flat to hyzer shot in front of these trees up here on the right, and then you're kind of hoping you take a nice skip up to the basket.
Yeah, we saw a couple people kind of throw the flex more towards the middle, but if you have the power, the hyzer's obviously the easiest way to get there.
Oh yeah. There's Bo.
Sleeking right.
Yeah, that's looking too right, but gets a good little kick out towards the left, and he's gonna have a really long putt for his birdie. Clayton, this is looking nice. Might be leaking left a little bit early,
No, yeah, I'll take that all day.
but that's a putt.
About circle's edge. And this is one of those holes where in my opinion, it's a kind of a must birdie out here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially for lead card.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wide open. Basket's right there. Nothing too crazy about it.
Knowing that Bo's 4 strokes ahead of most of the field
Yeah.
here, or most of
Yeah.
the card, yeah, you want to put a move on this one.
Here's Coda. That is flipping way too much on him. And he is just gonna be in an interesting spot.
Yeah, there must have been a little bit of headwind out there because
Yeah.
he doesn't usually turn hyzers over.
Mm-hmm. Alex going way high. If it can get over the stuff here, yeah, it squeaks through, and he's gonna have a outside the circle putt for his 2.
Did you know that Alex has been playing for only like a year and a half?
Are you serious?
Yes. How ridiculous is that?
Are you what?
Yeah, that's no BS. He'll put it in the comments. Yeah, It's pretty impressive.
What in the world?
The dude is a quick learner.
He's just a natural.
Yeah.
Wow. Year and a half playing, and he's shooting like 10-30, 10-40
yes.
golf.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, that's what that tournament a couple weekends ago at Whitehawk was.
Yeah.
Shut 10 down out there.
Yeah, I was on league hard with him, and he just kind of said, "Screw you guys, I'm gonna do my own thing, and I'm gonna shoot a 1040 rated round."
Yeah.
And really, just I have no chance at all of coming back from that.
Yeah.
But it's good to see him playing open, and I'm not shocked that he's up there with the big boys.
Yeah. Year and a half in.
Yeah.
And you're playing.
2 years max.
Keeping up with the big boys.
Yeah, 2 years max. I'm pretty sure it's a year and a half, though.
And good save from Alex there. We didn't see any birdies on this hole. That is really surprising.
Yeah. I think there's a little more headwind out there than you can tell in the video.
Yeah. All right, hole 4. This is a par 3, 238 feet, so it's super short. There's a lot of stuff in the way. Nobody really takes this fairway. Everybody's going to be going over the top, really. You can go tomahawk, thumber, or there's a big forehand hyzer line as well. So.
Yeah, as you can see, this fairway, it's like it goes straight and it goes left and kind of back to the right, and there's really no line to get all the way to the basket with that low taking the actual fairway route. Yeah, just throw it up high, let it crash into those trees, and hopefully you're crashing down by the basket.
Just like Bo.
Yeah.
That's a long look, but, I mean, as long as you have a look.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the only person last round to go backhand was David, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Clayton. He's going to have a nice look there. Not too much in his way. Should be able to make that putt.
And I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen this yet either.
It's kind of like a
taking
stall.
a straighter stall route.
Yeah.
Just have it crash down and...
Looks like it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. There might be some skinny sticks in the way, but we'll see how he handles that. Coda taking that thumber out. Perfect. Best of the bunch right there.
It's kind of funny because we got Alex who throws all pink discs, top to bottom, and then we have Richard that he didn't intentionally put a lot of pink discs. He just likes pink, and half of his bag is pink. So
I kind of like throwing pink as well.
I don't mind it.
If it's like a bright pink, you can find it easy in the water. I mean, I prefer I pick brighter discs because they. I'm gonna be thrown in the water. I'm not a pro.
There is zero shame in throwing pink. Ooh, look at that putt.
Wow.
Just kind of finessed it through the branches there, and
yeah, he had a lot of stuff in his way, more than I thought.
Yeah.
Really good putt. Hopefully that'll give him some momentum with his putter, and he can get some stuff going here.
Just a tad bit too short.
Yeah.
You guys need to do your slow-mo.
Yeah, and this course really forces you to putt from all different types of stances.
Yeah, especially if you're in the rough like Richard is here.
Yeah, that's like one thing that I fail to do all the time is if I'm playing like a wooded course, I never practice my straddle putts.
Yeah,
even
which
though
is key.
70% of my putts during that round will be straddle putts.
Yeah,
because I'm always in the rough.
Yeah. Coda with a good birdie there. Looks like him and Clayton will be taking the solo birds.
Yeah, it's a good birdie to get.
Yeah. But, that puts Clayton and Coda 3 strokes back from Bo now, going into hole 5. This is a par 3, 145 feet. Probably the easiest hole out here, honestly. You really just want to throw you can forehand a putter. I mean, really anything you want, as long as it sits.
Yeah, this elevated basket is really the only thing that makes this hole somewhat difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're throwing the forehand, it needs to be on a hyzer the whole way because it is, like you said, only 145 feet. So.
And it is all dirt, which was pretty dry this day due to the heat too. So I mean, there is the possibility of taking a massive skip.
Right.
So a putter or mid range is preferred. Richard went way deep there.
And he still just like barely flicked it too.
Yeah. But that's not the distance putt you want on an elevated basket.
Looks a little bit sawed off. Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that from David. But he made a putt from there, so let's see if Coda can do the same.
Bo?
Yeah, not the best attempt there. He put a lot of ante on that.
He was just hoping it would, trying to trust that over stability.
Yeah, it was probably a monster, that's my guess. I think it was really beefy.
Alex running ace here. And just a little bit short, but we'll be able to tap in his birdie.
And Coda was looking at this line for a while, and it was just super awkward. He had to kind of jump out of the way of those branches and kind of ante it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Great putt by Bo there.
Very nice.
It's about 35 feet on an elevated basket.
Yeah, moving down to 9 down.
A very elevated basket.
I wasn't gonna move all that.
This is Richard to save par, or for his birdie.
Yeah. Just pulled a little
That
bit.
will be his par save.
Yeah.
What's up, Clayton? Come at me, bro.
Yeah, with those elevated baskets, it makes it a little bit harder to commit to the putt because you know if you missed, you're going twice as far as the normal, height of a basket. So, kind of gets in your head a little bit.
Yep. I'm not a huge fan of elevated baskets.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Especially in Oklahoma, because it's so windy and on windy days, elevated baskets are hell, literally.
Yeah,
You're
they're
just
not fun.
Come on, dude. And Coda with a good par save there. Here's Alex for the birdie. Oh yeah. That'll put him at 5 under par.
Beautiful.
Good birdie from Clayton there. Not keeping up with Bo, but not gaining a stroke there. You'd think, with how long Bo's putt was, but he hit a really good one there. Hole 6, this is a par 3, 290 feet. There are trees on the left and right side of the fairway, but it is fairly open. The majority of the players will be throwing a hyzer over this right tree and just trying to spike it as close to the basket as you can. Here's Clayton. I'm assuming taking that hyzer line. Yeah, this is looking great.
Looking really good. Yeah, that was really nice. He pushed the right side a little bit too much first round, so it's a nice correction there.
Oh yeah. I think he might have thrown a slower disc there too. Oh, going a little bit wide left and deep, but he'll have a putt.
Looks like it's going to be over there by Bo. Not
Just
quite.
A little bit shorter.
Yeah.
He's going to have to
That
putt
low
from
ceiling.
a knee there. Yeah.
Maybe laying down. Looked like a really low ceiling.
Here's Coda throwing that big old thumber.
Man.
That's it, right next to the basket.
There's so much power with that.
Yeah, it does.
He throws it so high.
You're right. Here's Richard. Probably opting for that hyzer line as well. And that looks a little wide. It's got to sneak through that tree. And it kind of does. He's down there in that bush.
It's going to be a tough putt.
Yeah.
It looks like he might have went a little bit deep after that, too. Maybe like 25, 20 feet, something like that. Here's Alex from that super low ceiling. Yeah, I didn't really have a chance to make that. Here's Bo for 2 to go to 10 down.
Oh, just a little am side. He will be tapping in his 3. Looks like Clayton and Coda will be getting a stroke on Bo. Clayton's birdie putts are working today.
Yeah, they are. He basically just parred the entire front 9 of the first round.
Yeah.
And he picked up a couple birdies on the back.
But with a good birdie as well, that'll move him to 6 under par. Clayton only 2 back from Bo now.
Yeah, and this front 9 is definitely harder than the back, in my opinion. So it's really nice to get those strokes here, and then kind of just cruise on the back 9.
Yep. And Richard.
A little bit low.
Par safe there, though.
Got it in there.
Bo not happy with the par on that one.
Yeah, Alex tried to get crazy there, but he was like, if I miss this, I might never live that down.
Right. All right, hole 7. This is a par 3, 252 feet, so not very long at all. There are some big green cotton balls on the left and right side of the fairway. So most guys will be throwing a straight putter or mid-range shot or a little flip up forehand. As long as you have something that carries dead straight, you're going to have a look.
Yeah, you know all about these trees, don't you?
Oh, yeah. I actually climbed one of the trees on here and found, what was it, Alex Geisinger Glow Firebird,
yeah.
And an old Macbeth Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find one of Bo's discs because
Right.
he let us use one during the drone fly through in between rounds.
Yeah.
Or after the rounds.
Right. If that was one of yours, I did give them to Chance England as Lost and Found.
Yeah.
So he has them.
It was on that left side.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just kind of like the common miss there. It's just highs are a little bit too early and end up in that foliage on the left side.
I haven't seen this play yet. Taking a big sky hyzer.
I don't hate it.
No, I mean, I can see it, but I mean, if it crashes down too soon, because you can't really read the wind from the tee there.
Right.
There's so many trees.
Guarded,
so
yeah.
You don't really know what's going to happen when the disc is that high in the air over those trees.
Yeah, Richard not too satisfied with that forehand. But good recovery shot. You should be tapping in for a par.
And Bo will be tapping in for par as well. Here's Alex. He's just pitching out.
Yeah, this hole probably has like the most gnarly rough on this course. Like if you go far in there, you're just pitching it directly out.
Yep.
Beautiful putt there by Clayton.
Clayton with another birdie putt to move within 1 stroke of Bo.
It's heating up.
Oh yeah.
Here's Alex first 3. No problem there.
Not at all. That'll keep him at 5 under par. Richard, a good par as well.
Yeah, I'm sure he's ready to start getting some birdies though.
Yeah, he needs to make a move.
Yeah.
Real bad. Coda with a birdie to put him 2 strokes within the lead now. Getting a stroke back on Bo. And that is a par save from Bo to keep him at 9 under par. All right, hole 8. This is a par 3, 420 feet. There's not really a fairway. There's just a bunch of these trees right in front of the basket carrying about 150 to 200 feet. And then the rest of the way is pretty open. And then you have the basket tucked in these little trees with a bunch of little guardian trees right in front of it as well. So most of these guys will be throwing a hyzer over all these trees and just hoping to land close to the basket.
Ooh, this is like the lowest route I've seen.
Yeah, that's real low.
That's sketch, but it worked out.
That takes some touch,
Yeah.
some accuracy.
Yes.
Coda going big.
Yeah, if you hit an early tree on that over the top shot and you fall down in that little bunch, it is not going to be fun.
Oh,
so
no.
you have got to clear this area here.
And Bo looks like he barely nicked that tree, but still getting some great distance on it.
Yeah, he's about, I don't know, 50, probably 50 out, something like that.
He's got a long look for birdie. Alex going way high. And he ended up about halfway through that clearing there.
Yeah.
He'll just have to lay up for a 3.
Yeah, and this big, like, super wide hyzer route, I mean, they're not expecting to get all the way to the basket. They're just trying to play it safe and get that par.
Yeah. Although we did see a birdie last round from Bo.
Bo, yeah.
Yeah, just a massive hyzer.
Yeah.
Richard making a little effort to skip it in. But he'll tap in his 3.
Is he running this?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
So I've been playing for a year and a half. You run everything.
I guess.
When you're within 2 years.
Yeah. Guess he was just born with that confidence.
Coda flashed in the basket just a little bit short.
Yeah, that looked money from his angle.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Not quite.
Clayton might have an interesting putt to save 3 there.
Bo putting a ton of hyzer on that putt.
This is Clayton to save 3. Oh, yeah.
And he is just absolutely money from between 20 to 50 right now.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And the comebackers.
Yes.
I mean, first round he couldn't make a birdie putt, but his comebackers were on point.
Right? Looks like we're going to be birdieless on this hole.
Yep. Not a surprise.
Yeah.
Definitely a bonus birdie out here. With the blind shot and everything, I mean, what can you expect?
Yeah, and it was a little bit windier this round than it was first round, so that plays a little bit of a factor as well. It's always tough whenever you're like kind of throwing it into the wind whenever you don't feel it from the tee pad. I hate that. That's like my least favorite thing.
And your disc does something that you didn't expect it to.
It's like, why did it just turn all the way over?
Right. All right, hole 9. This is a par 3, 263 feet. It is very downhill, and that telephone pole on the right plays as a Mando. You do have to go inside of it, so you can't take that big, wide spike hyzer. But there is still a hyzer line there. If you go in front of the telephone pole, you just kind of have to stall it out a little bit more, which we'll see probably all of these guys do, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that middle gap, I mean, is it really like the safe route? I mean, it's still kind of sketch, in my opinion.
I think what these guys are doing is the safe route, honestly.
As long as you get up high and you're getting over that water and you're crashing into those trees, I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, you can get some bad luck and hit one of the branches and fall in, but I think you're just going to risk it.
Yeah. Coda getting it out there.
And I'm actually a huge fan of that Mando telephone pole.
It's a cool Mando.
Yeah, because you want to get as close as possible to it if you want it to be a park job.
Mm-hmm. I actually thought Coda went OB on his drive and told him he went OB.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I saw the disc and it like rolled towards the water and then I heard water, but I think it like kicked a rock or something.
It probably was.
And that was that water sound that I heard.
Yeah, he gave you the skunk eye whenever he found out it wasn't OB. He's like, oh, I see how it is, gang. Yeah. I see whose side you're on.
Right. Go Bo Tillman. Just kidding. We love you, Coda.
Coda and Richard's just kind of throwing it right in the middle of those trees.
But Richard gets a nice little roll, and he's going to have a look for 2.
It's going to be a scary putt, but he doesn't airball very often, so I don't think we're too worried about that.
Ooh. Clayton with a really nice run. I thought that was money.
Yeah, it looked money. It's perfect aim. It's just a little bit too soft.
Yeah. Just throwing a little tomahawk around.
It looked like that tree kind of saved him because that was starting to go right.
Yeah. And he's going to have an interesting putt to save his bogey.
Not quite.
Not quite. Or that was to save his par.
Save his par.
Sorry.
He did not go B.
Oh, with a great birdie and a park job.
Yeah, tried to get out of there, but stayed in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a bonus birdie.
Clayton with a good par save. That'll keep him at 8 under par. Those kind of pulling away here. We can see some action here in this back nine. All right. Well, that is going to conclude the front nine of the final round of the third annual St. Patrick's Day Open. So far, Bo Tillman holding that lead. He's sitting at 10 under par for the tournament. Clayton Lawson 2 strokes back. That putter is heating up. He is at 8 under par. Coda Hatfield at 6 under par. Alex Savage at 5 under par. And then we have
Richard at even, yeah.
Yeah, he is at even.
Struggling to get the birdies, but he's hanging in there.
Yep.
All right, well, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and we'll see you guys for the back 9, or back 10.